The night Kelechi cut the roots of the Baobab tree, was the night his life began to disappear, piece by piece. At first, we thought it was coincidence. But by the time we understood what he had done, it was already too late. Kelechi was not always a cruel man. In our village, he was known for his strength, his sharp mind, and his hunger for more. While others were content with small farms and quiet lives, Kelechi wanted wealth, power, recognition. "I will not die poor like the rest of you," he would say, laughing loudly in the village square. Our village sat under the watch of an ancient baobab tree. It was older than any man alive. Its trunk was wide like a house, its branches stretching like arms across the sky. The elders said it was not just a tree, it was a guardian, a watcher, a keeper of balance. No one touched it. No one dared. Except Kelechi. One evening, as the sun melted into the horizon and the air grew thick with the sound of crickets, Kelechi stood before the tree, his machete resting on his shoulder. "I can sell this wood," he muttered. "This tree is worth more than all your superstitions." I was there. I heard him. "Kelechi," I warned, my voice low, "that tree is not yours to touch." He turned to me and smiled, a cold, careless smile. "Then let it stop me." But that was just the beginning. The next morning, the first cut was made. The sound echoed through the village like a cry. TJK. 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 Each strike felt wrong. Heavy. As if the earth itself was resisting. The elders gathered quickly. Old Mama Needy stepped forward, her voice trembling. "Stop this, child. That tree holds things you do not understand." Kelechi didn't even pause. "It holds wood," he replied. "And I will take it." The wind picked up suddenly. Strange. There had been no wind all morning. Leaves rustled, though the sky was clear. The baobab's branches seemed to groan, bending slightly, as if in pain. Still, Kelechi continued. By sunset, he had cut deep into one of the roots. That night, something changed. At first, it was small. Kelechi's goats went missing. No footprints. No broken fence. Just, gone. He blamed thieves. But the next day, his stored yams began to rot. All of them. Overnight. Black. Soft. Useless. People started whispering. But Kelechi only grew more stubborn. "This is fear," he snapped. "Nothing more." And so, he returned to the tree. What happened next still haunts me. The second cut was worse. The moment his blade struck the root again, a strange sound filled the air. Not from the tree. From beneath it. A low, hollow, breathing sound. Kelechi froze. Just for a second. Then he shook his head and struck again. TJK. The ground trembled slightly. I stepped back. Others did too. "Did you feel that?" someone whispered. But Kelechi only laughed. "You are all children," he said. That night, Kelechi's wife fell ill. No fever. No wound. Just silence. She stopped speaking. Stopped moving. Her eyes stared at nothing. By morning, she was gone. No struggle. No warning. Just gone. That was when fear entered our village. But not Kelechi. Not yet. "I will finish what I started," he said, his voice now harder, almost desperate. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. On the third day, Kelechi went alone. No one followed him this time. But I did. From a distance. Hidden. Watching. The baobab tree looked different. Its bark darker. its branches still. Too still. Kelechi raised his machete. But before it could fall, a voice spoke. Not loud. Not soft. Just, there. Why do you take what is not yours? Kelechi spun around. There was no one. Who said that? He shouted. Silence. Then the voice came again. You were warned. The ground beneath the tree began to crack. Slowly. Deliberately. And from within the roots, something moved. Not an animal. Not a person. Something older. Something that did not belong to this world. Kelechi stumbled back. For the first time, fear found him. What are you? He whispered. The voice answered. I am what remains, when balance is broken. And in that moment, Kelechi understood. The tree was never just a tree. It was a seal. And he had broken it. The earth split wider. The roots twisted like living things. The air turned cold. Kelechi tried to run. But his legs failed him. The ground held him. Gripped him. Pulled him down. No, he screamed. Please. I didn't know. But the voice did not care. You were told. The wind roared now. Violent. Unnatural. The branches of the baobab tree stretched and bent, casting long shadows that moved like hands. Kelechi clawed at the ground. Screaming. Crying. Begging. But the earth swallowed his legs. Then his waist. Then his chest. I will stop, he shouted. I will fix it. The voice answered one last time. What is taken, cannot always be returned. And then, he was gone. Just like that. Silence fell. Heavy. Final. By morning, the tree stood as it always had. Still. Silent. Untouched. But Kelechi was gone. No body. No trace. Only his machete, lying at the base of the tree. No one touched it. No one spoke of cutting the tree again. The village changed after that. We became quieter. More careful. More respectful of things we could not see. Sometimes, at night, when the wind moves through the branches of the baobab, you can still hear something. A faint voice. Crying. Begging. Regretting. But it never leaves the tree. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. There are things in this world that are not meant to be owned, controlled, or destroyed. Not everything that looks ordinary is empty. Some things are sacred. Some things are placed there for a reason. And when you ignore wisdom, when you silence warnings, when pride blinds your heart, you may awaken something you cannot stop. Because in this life, respect protects, but arrogance destroys. If this story taught you something, don't forget to subscribe to Tales Under Baobab.